scientist, SAC, making this presentation to honorable jury. So this project is about bringing transparency into the paddy procurement process in Odisha, which basically is undertaken under this MSP scheme, minimum support price to farmers. So the food supplies department, they are responsible to ensure food security, particularly to the BPL population in the state, and to basically provide them with this particular basic food grains. Every crop season, there is a farmer registration process in which the farmers who grow the crops, they register themselves through different primary agriculture cooperatives, self-help groups, and pani panchayats, and they provide the details of the land on which they have grown the crop. This actually, though it may sound very easy, but it is one of the largest investment from the government side. So basically the food ministry almost spends more than about 2 lakh crore in basically this MSP support to the farmers. In Orissa, every year, the government spends about 16,000 to 20,000 crores on procurement of these food grains from the farmers. And what happens is that in this process, like in this farmers registration process, one has to give the details of the land, like this particular village, this particular plot, the farmer has grown crop. But many times it has been seen that there are inflated claims, and because the traders and middlemen, they basically try to get food grains from small and marginal farmers. We are unable to basically come to the mandis or the societies to sell their crop, or maybe procure them from the neighboring states where the paddy procurement is not happening. Let's say for a particular season like Rabi season, the neighboring state like Chhattisgarh, they don't procure. So basically they procure food grains from through private channels or through unfair means, and then they try to push it in the government system because government gives a good price for this. So basically the pricing is like government pays about 1900 rupees per quintal of paddy, and procures about 19 quintal of paddy from an irrigated land and 13 quintal of paddy per acre for rain-fed land. This tantamounts to about, let's say for an irrigated land, if you saw that, okay, you have grown paddy on 1 acre of land, you can sell paddy worth 36,000 rupees per acre. Imagine that if there is a 1,000-acre misappropriation in the reporting, and it may tantamount to about 3 crores or 3.5 crores of money in the government.
Your slides are not moving. I can see.
Yeah. So basically, I was trying to explain this need, and then I'm going to the challenges. So the basically here the challenge is that like this misappropriation which happens, it is basically to be identified on ground that whether actually the plot which has been reported by the farmer, it has been cultivated or not. So there are land parcel anomalies where you know that, okay, this is exaggerated. Then there are basically, this leads to at times underestimation of produce. Government is not prepared. Let's say we take in a season that, let us say the farmers want to sell 50 lakh metric tons of
paddy. You have got only 10 minutes to present.
I know. I'll wind it up in time. So then there are fraudulent procurements, gaps between registration and lack of field analysis. These are the challenges. Now the project basically, they wanted to bring transparency through implementing a satellite-based analysis at the farmland level. That means basically every farmland, whether it is half an acre or 1 acre, will be basically scrutinized, or basically there will be a vigilance on this particular plot using satellite technology. And through adoption of AI/ML techniques, the data will be analyzed whether the reporting is genuine or the reporting is false. So after the registration and digitization of the farmer record, there is a verification in the computer system through satellite images. The satellite image is procured of the crop period 2 times using planet imagery of 3-meter resolution, so that we can do a 95% plus accuracy prediction on the farmland level that whether the farm has grown the paddy or not. And alongside this, what happens is that we analyze the paddy crop reporting for the past 3 years. That is basically like, let's say for the current season, we are looking at 1920, 2021, 22 data to understand that whether the farmers have increased or basically maintained the same level of reporting, or they have increased or inflated, or who are the new farmers who have registered this season, particularly for the paddy purpose. Then we run also AI/ML algorithm based on the land use land cover. Let us say forest land reporting paddy crop, or let us say some homestead land reporting paddy crops. So these are basically automatically identified by the system and then thrown upon that these are the suspects for which further ground verification needs to take place. So what happens is that every farmer reporting, let us say this particular Kharif season, about 1.3 crore plots have reported in Odisha, that those who want to sell paddy. Now, every individual plot at the village level, at the plot level, have been mapped for 43,000 odd villages this particular Kharif season to basically see that whether these plots have actually grown paddy or not. Then there is a satellite image integration, and basically what you see in this red color on the screen are basically the vegetation in a false color composite map. And then basically the other areas which are white, they have not been reported, like nobody has reported crop in that. Once this image is classified, the green areas are the areas which are qualified as to who have grown paddy, and the yellow and blue and other color areas are not having paddy. So in this,
Sorry, sir, for interruption. Actually, your slide is not moving.
not
Uh,
moving.
yeah. Can you please click on the slide number? Then I think it will move.
Just 1 second. Just 1 second. Is it visible now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So that was, so basically I went from here. So basically this was the registration process. This was what I mentioned about the basically the integration of 3 years data and analyzing using AI ML logic. And then this was the basically mapping of the individual reported plot in basically the village level. Every plot is mapped here, which who have reported. This is a satellite image which is put on the backdrop to basically analyze whether the paddy has been grown on that particular patch or not. This is basically the image which is classified from the false color composite. The vegetation analysis basically shows us that, okay, these plots which are showing green, they have grown paddy, and rest of the plots are either non-paddy or some other use. So through this method, so basically the no crop detected in these areas which are outlined as red, they have been reported by the farmer, but there has been no crop which has been found. These are like certain classes, like people have reported there is a water body which is clearly visible, but this plot has been listed to have grown paddy. These plots are having household land or tree growth, but they are showing they have grown paddy. This is a forest land on which paddies have been reported. This is a water body again through which paddy is reported. Like this, there are many anomalies which are found. And once these suspects are identified, they are published in a server, and the mobile application can download the data. And the field validators, the government officials like the RI and basically the PAC secretary, they can navigate to the field and actually basically reach the plot and see that whether this is actually he has grown or he has not grown. And there is a camera compass integration in which you cannot take any other plot's photograph but for the plot which has been identified as a suspect. So basically he downloads the plot polygon, then navigates to the site and clicks the photo, and then updates that whether the paddy has been cultivated actually, or there are other crops, or it is permanently a non-crop land. This data comes to a server for validation by the district cooperative society, and the data like from the field validation, plot number, khata number, all the details of the surveyor and the mobile device which has been used, they are also basically tagged, and this is integrated in a web-enabled GIS system for decision support by the department and the different collectors of the district. Now we have implemented already, this was implemented for 7 districts last Kharif season, covering 73 tehsils. The result was that we actually detected about 56,429 basically metric tons of paddy was basically saved, because this was misreported. About 38,000 was the misreporting of last year Kharif in 7 districts only, which saved government exchequer about 109 crore. This was extended in Kharif to 17 districts, in which about 1,37,000 acres were found to have not been having any paddy. And this basically tentatively saved the government about 654 crores of public money. And this is also now helping us that the participation of the marginal and small farmers are also increasing. Like you can see that in basically Kharif, we had about 6 marginal farmer. If you look at who sold paddy in the system, a lakh, the numbers are in lakh. So last Kharif about 4.5 lakh farmers sold paddy, but this season 6.2 lakh farmer have sold paddy. So now there is a growth of about 37% from 5.48 lakhs of marginal farmer, 5,48,000. This has grown up to 7,52,000. Similarly, small farmer participation has also gone up from 5.26 lakhs to 5.29 lakhs. And this basically shows that more farmer has been benefited. Like this is the total paddy which is being procured by government. Last year, they procured 2020-21, they procured 77 lakh metric tons of paddy. But because of the validation and rejection of the false reporting, they end up procuring only 71 lakh million tons of paddy. So that reduced almost about 6 lakh metric tons of paddy was not basically rejected because they were falsely reported. But if you look at the
Sorry, sir,
number,
for interruption.
yes.
Sir, can you please conclude the
Yes, this
presentation
is
in
the
2
last
minutes?
slide. This is the last slide. So the
Okay.
farmer participation has grown up from 13.95 to 15, whereas the procurement has basically gone down. So basically, this is now expanded to all the 30 districts. This is a remarkable success by government, and we are now ramping it up for all the 30 districts during this Kharif season. And this will be repeated in Rabi Kharif next 3 seasons. This is going to be repeated by government, because government has already seen about, let us say, 700-800 crores of saving just by the phase 1 and phase 2 of the exercise. So that's all for about my presentation, and thank you for the patient listening.
Sir, good presentation, but what could be the reason that if a farmer doesn't grow paddy and he reports that I am growing paddy, what could be the motive behind it?
Sir, see, what happens is that I told you, like, the government buys at 19 rupees a kilo paddy.
Okay, okay.
So now the small and medium, the tribal farmers, let us say, they are unable to transport it to the mandi, and they are agreeing to sell it at 6-7 rupees. So they source it from the 6-7 rupees. Some small marginal farmer, they will basically list their land in the system, and maybe, let us say, like I told you, in Rabi season, Chhattisgarh doesn't procure paddy. But Odisha basically procures paddy in both Kharif and Rabi season. So that entire paddy which is grown in the Rabi season in Chhattisgarh actually is pushed to Odisha to sell it at 19 rupees.
Oh, I see.
So
this is a near border issue.
Everywhere, sir. So because that is a setting. Last season paddy they would have procured, they would have got hoarded it, and they would like to push it in a particular. Let's say you are sitting on 1,000 tons of rice. You would like to somehow push it in the government system and get 1,900 rupees a quintal. But what you need to have is that you need to report some plots. You need to report that, okay, these are the plots in which I have grown this paddy. If you cannot show the plot on which you have grown the paddy, you can sell it in the system. So what happens is that I need more of plots to be reported so that I am able to push the paddy which I have shifted or basically taken from the black market. So middleman or somebody like that. So this.
Okay. Got it. Thank you, please.
Sir, thank you, sir.
So, sir, you are trying to solve a problem which has been created by the government itself by providing subsidy. If the subsidy is not there, then the farmers will decide whether they want to grow X crop or Y crop, and isn't it?
Sir, this is a centrally scheme. So basically the money is completely paid by Government of India. So in fact, the state government is doing it basically to save the Government of India's money. So because this is back to back. So this is I think this is a national scheme in which, as I told you, the food ministry almost has the budget has exceeded defense ministry's budget. So they are providing to every state that, okay, this is your minimum support price. Like, let's say they are saying 19 rupees we will reimburse per kg. Odisha is paying 19, but the other state governments, they are paying over and above the MSP approved by Government of India. They may be paying 23, 24. There the state is definitely doing something wrong. But what Odisha is doing is that the same amount which Government of India is committing, the same amount Odisha is procuring.
I got it. That you are using the help of satellite images so that this subsidy which is being targeted, it should not be transferred from here to there.
To the right person, sir. It goes to the right person, the deserving person.
Good use of technology.
Yes, sir. Precisely, sir. So the subsidy goes to the right person through technology. Right. There is a transparency in the system.
I got it, sir. I got it.
Sir.
Thank you.
Sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Present the Sadbhavana project. Sadbhavana, as the name indicates, is all about goodwill, and it is a very ambitious project launched by the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam on 1st February 2022. The problem that this Secretariat office was facing was extensive, huge number of visitors, citizens coming to this office to pursue their work, and the Secretariat building was cluttered with huge number of records. So this project was conceived to three components basically, that we will dispose of all the old applications, cases, and virtually we will take it up on digital format. The Sadhavana mission is all about, the target was to dispose files pertaining to old cases prior to May 2021 to give immediate relief to the citizens at Assam Secretariat. It was a time-bound program to dispose old pending cases, applications by the citizens within 3 months via Sadhavana portal, for which a new portal was created. The spirit of the project was speedy disposal of pending matters and bring about accountability in government, and Sadhavana, as the name suggests, is to restore public faith in government to ensure credibility of good governance. Sadhavana comprises of these three strategies: application disposal, old files disposal, physical as well as ECF files, and e-office implementation. Prior to February 2022, our office was primarily operating in a manual mode, except a few departments where e-office was brought in. After the domain registration, the Sadhavana was created and made live, and we received a huge number of applications. At that point of time, we had 60 departments, and we received 2,502 applications related to 53 departments, and via online mode, we disposed of 100% applications. Component 2 was all about file status. We identified a huge number of files, 374,000, and these files were categorized into these four categories as per procedure of Office Manual 1981. Category A was all about files that need to be preserved permanently. Category B were comprised of files that requires to be kept for 12 years. And category C comprise of files that need to be preserved for a maximum period of 5 years, and category D were files that don't require to be preserved at all and that can be disposed of immediately. So the status of Assam Secretariat can be depicted in this slide, where we identified prior to 10th May 2021, we need to dispose of 324,194 files. And after that, we identified that 49,775 files will be running files. And we closed down 274,419 files. And these were the files that were categorized. And after 10th of May, we created 28,026 files. We would like to share how the Secretariat looked like prior to February 2022, and within 6 months, a remarkable period of 6 months, under a dynamic leadership and dedicated team of officers, we transformed Assam Secretariat to a clean Secretariat. I would like to share the photo gallery here. This on the left was pictures that Assam Secretariat looked like, with stacks of old files everywhere. And these are the racks where we started keeping our files. We created new record rooms in within the Secretariat campus. And we started erecting these barracks to keep our files. Every department's files, for every department, a unique color of cloth was given to wrap up the files in the storage. And this is the shredding zone, where the category D files were kept, were processed in shredding machines and cleared the Secretariat. So this is a transformational process for Assam Secretariat, where a predominantly manually operated office was transformed into e-office. And the figures can be seen in this slide. How we did it: there was daily progress, weekly progress, monthly progress, review, and a team of officers from every department were working, where each department had a nodal officer, and general administrative department conducted daily inspection in all departments to make this task possible. Component 3 of Sadbhavana is e-office. Sadbhavana aims to weed out and clear the old records, to onboard a digital platform by introducing and implementing e-office system at Janata Bhavan, that is Assam Secretariat. E-office will definitely increase the productivity of the department manifold and increase accountability and transparency. All physical files created before 10th May 2021 are to be closed after disposing, and all new files opened after 10th May 2021 are to be fully electronic in nature. Out of 1,53,389 ECFs that were created prior to 10th May 2021, 1,51,814 ECFs were closed with a closure rate of approximately 99.98%. This would reduce the burden of maintaining physical paper files, making the Secretariat a paperless office. Now the question is, what is ECF? Actually, ECF was a kind of electronic code given to the physical files. E-office progression slides. This shows how we have closed down 99% of our ECF files, and the next part of the slide shows the progression. In the month of May, we closed down 34% of the files. In June, we closed down 61% of the files. In July, by the end of July, we closed down 99% of files. Here, closure means disposal. So Sadbhavana was launched on 1st February 2022, and it was declared closed. The first phase came to completion on 6th August, which was celebrated as Lokanayak Divas, 5th of August as Lokanayak Divas. And the stakeholders in the process was AR&T PPC department as the monitoring agency, NIC technical backhand and e-office support, RTPS Performance Management Unit provided knowledge, expertise, and operational support. Nodal officers in every department ensured smooth execution and daily monitoring. It was personally monitored by Honorable Chief Minister and the Chief Secretary of the State, and ZAD department conducted series of inspection to ensure smooth completion of the project.
Sorry for interruption, ma'am. Can you please conclude your presentation?
Yes, sir. We are concluding, sir. So in the next phase, we plan that Mission Sadbhavana will be launched in our 77 directorates and 35 districts to make the entire government machineries fully operationalized in e-mode, sir. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, I think instead of Sadbhavana, your project title should be implementation of e-office, isn't it?
Sir, actually, e-office is only a component of Sadbhavana, because so we first cleared the 3,74,000 physical files. Assam Secretariat was littered with old records in every corridor, sir. So that was one component, and another component was creating an online portal to dispose of old applications and files, whereby we gave an opportunity to the citizens to online file their application.
Okay. I think this is under Digital India Mission. This is one of the pillar program to implement such initiative. Anyhow, thank you, please. Good effort.
Thank you so much, sir.
Ma'am, this sort of activities like weed out of files and creation of new e-files is very, maybe 10 or 15 years back, central government has already implemented, and various state has also undertaken it. You have, it seems that your state has started a little bit late. So, will you please explain me what is innovative in this for award consideration?
So with due humility, we would confess maybe we are late starters, but we feel, sir, there are many states like us, we have been who may be in this category, especially other states of Northeast. What we find innovative, or why we have presented it here, is that the amount of time that we have taken. In 6 months' time, we have transformed Assam Secretariat from a predominantly manually operated system to a fully e-office operationalized mode. It was a challenge because, as we all know, change management, resistance to change, these are issues involved with it. So we feel, sir, there may be still states who can look up to us. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good efforts. Thank you. Good efforts.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Limited. REIL is a Mini-Ratna central public sector enterprise under Ministry of Heavy Industries, working under Government of India, established in June 1981. It was established in during the Operation Flood with the goal to assist with the technologies into the Operation Flood. We primarily works for the upliftment of the rural masses through the use of technology and instrumentation. Our area of operations are data instrumentation, solar photovoltaic, and then later on we diversified to EV charging infrastructures, information technology and IT-enabled services, CCTV surveillance, and access control systems. REIL has its own R&D unit, which is recognized by DSIR, Government of India, since 1985. This is the very brief of REIL introduction. Now coming to the solution, we are presenting our solution IoT-based smart milk collection and payment system. So the objective of coming to the objective, before sharing the objective, I would like to share basic history how the milk is collected in the villages. Primarily, it was done through entry into the registers, into the sheets. The milk is given by the farmers to the milk pooling points designated at various villages, and that entry in the registers is being forwarded through various means like pen drive or old systems, which takes time, which also has chances of data manipulation and data tampering and no transparency. So for this, we have completely given a complete integrated solution, which is a IoT-based smart milk collection and payment system, which is an online milk collection system. We have to, this is to monitor and control the milk collection activities at milk pooling point, MPP, milk chilling centers, and plant level. To prevent it is designed to prevent the data manipulation and tampering. It is also assist in on-time payment to farmers, which increases the trust. That payment directly is transferred to their bank accounts. It provides a centralized milk collection data to milk unions for the management and planning of the milk products. So all the stakeholders at various level of dairy supply chain management, be it a plant, be it farmers, all are getting benefited by this solution. Now coming to the coverage, which areas it will cover. The National NCDFI, National Corporation of Dairy Federation of India Private Limited, it comprises of various state milk federations, 27 states, and various district milk unions, village milk societies, around 190,000, and farmers approximately almost 2 crores. So the coverage of this solution is very, very huge. And as a consumer, we are also getting quality milk. So coming to the project brief, the solution is an integral solution which consists of 3 stages: DPMCU, MilkNet Plus, which is a cloud-based solution, and milk producer application. The first part of this solution, DPMCU, Data Processor Milk Collection Unit. It is a hardware solution which is an IoT-based system. It has a modem inside which collects the milk at various societies. For the milk, particularly, the milk is given by the farmer, and we have to give him the slip how much money he has to receive. And for the milk, we analyzes two things: the quality and the quantity. For quality, there are various machines like electronic milk testers, lactose scans. Various machines are there. And for quantity, we use electronic weighing scales. So this DPMCU gets data from all these peripherals. Printer can be also be attached, and it processes the data and prints out the slip for the farmers. This was the printing of the slip was old system. Now we have enabled, we have removed this slip also, and the print can directly given to the mobile application. So it processes and store the data and upload using GPRS 4G Wi-Fi to the cloud MilkNet application. Now MilkNet application, the second part of the solution is, it's a cloud-based software solution, and it control and monitor the various activities involved in the process of milk collection at various levels like MPP, MCC, BMC plant. At various stages, other various administrators are there. They can directly live monitor the milk collection, how the milk collection is going on, if any particular village required any maintenance operations is due there. So that gives them extra benefit. So all the data from the DPMC will be transferred online to the cloud server. It completely tracks the record and stock available at each BMC and MCC also. It also integrates the other side solutions like tanker management, milk billing of milk producer, as well as collection centers. So all this data is collected on the cloud. Now, this is the third portion of this solution is milk producer mobile application. Earlier, as I mentioned, the slip was used to given to the farmers, but we have made it more eco-friendly and more towards the goal of sustainable development. We have removed the use of paper also. So user-friendly mobile application is provided to each farmer. So they can directly view and monitor the various activities involved in the process of milk collection, how much money is due in their account, for what quantity and commodity the stock availability of their transactions, and their monthly payments, dues, and their machine status, and they can lodge complaint also. So various facilities can be provided through the milk application on the phone. So all the data from the AMCU, DPMCU will be transferred online to the cloud server, and that data will be immediately pushed to the milk producer app also, where milk farmer can see everything live. So these are the three parts of this solution. Now coming to the next slide, this is a basic overview of the whole system in the pictorial presentation. In the top left part of this PPT, you can see there is a POS kind of device which has a Wi-Fi symbol on it. So there are various machines can be integrated with this DPMCU. Electronic milk tester, lactose scan, electronic weighing scale, and printer can also be interfaced. A remote digital display, when there is a queue of farmers, they can see from distance standing in the queue that how much money is due in their account. It is visible. So all these kind of peripherals in the dairy system can be integrated with this hardware, and this data directly goes through the help of GPRS, goes directly to the central server. In the server, the rights are given to the different staff for different purpose. For maintenance staff, different rights are given. For administrative staff, different rights are given. For dairy staff, different rights are given. So everyone has their unique user credentials, and as per their credentials, different features are provided in the MilkNet. So this data processed and stored in the cloud and directly pushed to the farmer application. So all the stakeholders of the dairy supply chain ecosystem are benefited with this solution. Now the challenges faced for this. Before the implementation, I briefly mentioned as before, due to offline system, data tampering was possible. The milk is collected at the villages, then stored in the chilling centers at a particular location in a village, then goes to the tanker, then goes to the plant. And then from the plant also the payment is again travels the reverse direction. So this gives many stages in this complete supply chain system. So there are possibility at various stages, the tampering of the data can be done and manipulation can be done. So we removed with the help of our solution. Now other challenges are lack of trust between the company and farmers, because usually there is delay in the payment to farmers due to use of truck sheets and customized pen drives. So we have removed that also. And monitoring and controlling of milk collection at society level were not possible. At any moment, a plant director or a society owner or a chilling center person cannot identify that how much milk can come in particular season. We can do trend analysis also, and devise our machine maintenance and support also accordingly. And during implementation also, we faced many challenges. It was very hard for farmers also at initial level for adoption of technology, because we are doing adoption at the village level, grassroots level. So acceptance of the automated system of milk collection at the village society by operator and milk society secretary was a tedious task in beginning, and difficulty in the adoption of the new technology by the village farmers and society operators. Design and development of reliable and rugged product. In the dairy, the ruggedness is needed, which can sustain in the humid environment conditions such as milk and spill. Difficulty in data upload due to poor network connectivity issues in the village areas. So in these challenges also, we devised the solutions for our challenges are in our solutions provided. We have made for the training purpose, for the implementation purpose, we have conducted various trainings at the village level. We have made the application very user friendly. The design is rugged. We have used SS box and large buttons are provided for the farmers use. And whereas like in some areas in rural sectors, the network is poor. So we have provided additional latest technologies like additional Wi-Fi provision is provided. And this also improves the skills of the customers also. So this develops technological skills among the farmers also. So this is the challenges faced and how we have come over these challenges. Now the scalability and replicability of our future roadmaps. The design is very modular. It is designed in 3 stages. The cloud-based portion of our solution is can be updated anytime and can be transferred to other technologies as per the requirement. The hardware part is independent, and we have made a separate protocol. So that can also be updated with the time if many other machines need to be added to it. So it is modular in design. And similar dairy infrastructures are available, as I mentioned, in the NCDFI. Under it, many states are covered. So this can be replicated in each of the state. We have earlier supplied our solutions to other countries, African and neighboring countries like Bangladesh also. This can be replicated to that particular region also. And REAL has a very wide area of network in rural areas. So our scalability is huge. Field maintenance staff is there. We have many field maintenance centers and 8 regional offices, and which covers approximately all the farmers in various forms, in various solutions, 190,000 of dairy cooperative societies. Our solution, as I mentioned, removed the use of paper trail. So it is very
sorry, sir, for
economic.
interruption. Sir, can you please conclude your presentation in a
Yes, sir.
minute?
This is the last one only. This is the last slide. So our solution is environment friendly. It is paperless monitoring and administration of milk collection management systems. So around and we have already deployed around approximately 5,000 systems so far, and in future also, as per the given timeline, we are planning to deploy more. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Very good innovation. If this system also detect the milk adulteration like urea component and other chemicals?
Yes, we have the machines in our product line, and our DPMCU and our cloud, they are very well equipped in a modular design. We can add those machines also, and those data can also be fed.
But is it in operation or it is in the pipeline?
So it is in operation. In some of the regions, we have already deployed it, and the data is also being transferred to the server.
Okay. Have you detected the cases of urea adulteration sometimes?
Yes, sir. The farmers generally, to get more price for their milk, they use, other than urea also, they use many dangerous chemicals also to increase the fat and SNF. So we have a separate machine, electronic milk adulteration tester, and that machine can easily be integrated with our this complete supply chain this solution.
Okay. Thank you, please.
Thank you, sir.
Is your system is able to capture the details of milk import in the state, or whatever milk you are exporting to the other states?
So it is on cloud, and the reports can be customized as per the requirement. We at the moment working as per the tender requirement, whatever features customer are asking. We have collected the raw data, sir. At precise moment, we can collect how much milk is being collected at particular village. We can definitely collect the complete data and make it as per the need of the customer. It is modular.
Okay, since you have mentioned that you can integrate your system with other states as well. So is there any some buyers or sellers of the milk from other states as well? I'm asking that.
Yes, sir. Sir, The federation structure is every state has different milk federations operating in their state particularly, and they already release tenders as per their customized requirement. So we have been already deploying all over India across multiple states already. The solution has been given. In
Okay.
Rajasthan, the brand name of this is Saras. In Delhi, the mother dairy is there. In Gujarat, Amul is there. So in every state, different brand name is there, and we are giving solutions to those dairies and federations.
Okay. My question was, is it the integrated system there, or every state is having their own mechanism, or
So every state has their own mechanism.
okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
For this project, we have the title Chacha to Sampurna Swachhata. Means it simply it is easily understood what we are going to explain from this Chacha to Sampurna Swachhata. That is the ODF plus journey of one village in Bongaigaon district of Assam. The village is Thakurani Korapara in Bongaigaon district. Next slide. Now the vision is that vision under SBNG phase 2. In Assam, all the villages were declared ODF. Now after obtaining ODF, we are moving forward for ODF plus. This is SBMG Gramin phase 2. Now the vision is that to attain ODF plus village in 2024-25. First is ODF sustainability, that we have already achieved ODF, how to sustain it. Next one is solid liquid waste management, and last one is visual cleanliness. So these are our main points in the vision. Now the key areas I am going to explain is that sustain uses and accessibility of sanitary toilet facilities for all. Next, community engagement, capacity building, IEC and HRD, convergence between PHE and PNRD departments, and biodegradable waste management, non-biodegradable waste management, including plastic waste management, and lastly, grey water management. Here, sir, we have to converse with PSC department and PNRD department, so sir, because the assets we have created under SBM, these are to be maintained by the PNRD department. That's why we have to converse with PNRD department, sir. Next slide. Here I am going to show the Google's map of that particular village, and the village location is already mentioned here. Here the population is 350 and household is 82 numbers. It is a small village to say, sir. And this village declared as ODF plus, that is in model in 2022. We have, sir, categories of ODF plus village are aspiring, rising, and model. And in this case, this village has been declared as model, means what are the category required, it has already been fulfilled, sir. Next slide. Uniqueness of the nomination of Kakoijana Ujan Ravapara. Why we have considered this village? The village is located within the vicinity of Kakoijana Wildlife Sanctuary, sir. It is proposed sanctuary, the abode of endangered golden language. Thus, promotion of ecotourism through Swachhata. Next one, improvement in levels of health and personal hygiene of the community members. Improvement of visual cleanliness that will promote ecotourism and generate livelihood opportunities, sir. The signboard already given by side the sir, then the signboard of the sanctuary. Next slide. Here, sir, challenges that we have to, we are supposed to overcome. The convergence at state and district level to finalize funding modalities of SBNG fund and 15th finance tight grant between PHCD and PNRD. Need-based community managed sanitary complex, that is called CMSC, to provide access to sanitary toilets for tourists and the community. This is a wildlife sanctuary, and for which tourists come to spot, and for their use, we have the village has proposed a CMSC. That is why it has been provided with the village, and that is and with this, the tourists come to the spot. They have the easy use of this asset, sir. Next one is material collection facility and waste collection vehicles to manage solid waste generated from household and markets. This is a rural village, sir. There is no marketplace, but the solid waste management, solid waste generated in the household, these are to be brought to material collection facility by some transportation, by means of some transportation, and these waste are again brought to block level where it is disposed of, sir. Next, duckweed pond and kitchen garden at household level and community sock pit at institutional level for grey water management. So grey water management, it is a new idea, sir. All the villages which are already obtained ODF, and next is the grey water management. Grey water is the water that is come out from bathroom and kitchen, and this water, grey water, is to be used for this duckweed pond and for gardens, sir. Next, community sensitization program on ODF, sustainable single-use plastic ban, visual cleanliness, and waste segregation at household level, sir. Next slide. Scalability and replicability of the model, sir. O&M of community assets of the village like CMSC, MCF, waste collection vehicle, etc. This will be undertaken by the GP functionaries with due support of the community. Next, plastic waste management by transporting to the MCF and selling it to the recyclers. In near future, processing of plastic will be done at plastic waste management unit at block levels. Next, fines for defaulters littering plastic waste to ensure plastic-free environment in the village and wildlife sanctuary in particular. And use mode for CMSC is being looked after by the village community headed by village headman. Next, revenue earned is being utilized in overall when operational maintenance of community assets and sanitary and sustaining the cleanliness of the village. Future roadmap of Kakojana, Ravapara, promote ecotourism and livelihood generation, replicating the model across Assam in similar areas, linking up of PWMU plastic waste management unit with urban bodies for road construction of activities from the shredded plastic waste. Thank you, sir. This is in a nutshell about my presentation, sir. So any question? I am ready to reply, sir.
Good effort, sir. Thank you. Very good presentation, to the point. But are some more villages like this planning to emulate this model, to replicate this model?
Definitely, sir.
Sir, we have around 5 model villages in Assam, ODF plus model villages. And as Assam, it is filled with biodiversity. So all the villages in the vicinity of national forest, bird sanctuary or forest are proposed or are taken up considering this model, and many more villages are yet to come. As of now, we have 5 model villages currently working in the same category.
Okay, thank you, please.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Assam state is very good as far as this biodiversity or animals are concerned. There is a wildlife sanctuary is also there, and to attract foreign tourists, something is being done in addition to just cleaning activities.
Yes, sir.
So, in addition to that, there are also some community works like paddy cultivation. If the tourists are interested to do paddy cultivation while they are staying in the village, they can also go around. The community cleaning also of the campus, community cleaning of the villages are also done. Or maybe in this village, in the Thakurani Korapara village, one day of the week is taken as a community cleaning day, where people come together to clean the village and to clean to do activities associated with Swachhata. And also tourists are also given importance to do their share of activity if they are interested in.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Development, Chandigarh administration. Department of Social Welfare, Women and Child Development is the nodal department to implement Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan in Chandigarh. And before implementing, we have been directed by the ministry that, on the basis of a national survey which was conducted by the Ministry of Social Justice and aims, namely the magnitude of substance use in India in 2019. And the situation and the result was very alarming, and nearly 272 districts were selected on the basis of the result came out of the survey, and Chandigarh was one among the 272 districts. So basically under this campaign, we have to work for the extensive awareness campaign, and focus should be on the students of educational institutions and identify and reaching out the communities dependent people. Then building capacity building and awareness generation program were on the priority basis. As per the magnitude of substance use in Chandigarh, the quantum of work which was very prominent, administration has to work on, that was on alcohol, because 4.3% of population is still in need of the help, followed by the opioid and then the sedatives. The alarming situation is that the sedatives are being consumed, especially by the children from the age of 6 years to 13 years, which was very alarming. So due to this, the administration had to announce here that on 31st July 2022, sorry, it is mistyped here, we have awarded with the third best district award out of 272 districts to implement the Nasha Mukt Bharat campaign in letter and spirit in Chandigarh, and the award was presented by the Honorable Home Minister of India. And the basically the approach was the three-pronged, that Social Welfare Department alone cannot do anything to curb the menace. So we have worked on a three-pronged basis, wherein the supply reduction was taken care of by the Chandigarh police, and the night was very much stringent, the OPDs, IPDs, and the de-addiction centers. And to demand among the masses, Department of Administration convergent efforts in convergence with the Department of other line departments of administration. So if we talk about the demand reduction, the administration proactively worked to curb the substance abuse in Chandigarh, and with the vision to put a positive impact and to outreach the maximum number of the citizens. So with the efforts of so many competition and other initiatives, we have reached out approximately 1.7 lakh citizens, and the 826 stakeholders were trained, and capacity building of them were done. And we have two more projects, namely CPLI, Community Peer-led Intervention and Outreach and Drop-in Center, wherein the life skill training and counseling group discussions were done, and regular follow-ups are being done. And with the help of 569 youth have already been covered. And under the whole Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, with the efforts of all the departments, total 3 lakh citizens have been outreached. And various activities have been conducted under this Abhiyan. For example, Nukkad Natak, seminars, awareness campaign, youth rallies, walkathon, marathon, pledge taking, sports activities, health camps were also taken care of. And under the supply reduction, the combined work has been done by the NCB and the police department, wherein special task force for the seizures and raids were formulated, and the drug de-addiction awareness team was dedicatedly formulated to aware the public and the general masses. under the Kotpa Act, which is which says that no liquor and tobacco shop should be permitted to operate, was very stringent to remove 3 shops which were selling the illicit substances near educational institutions. And in Chandigarh, approximately 85% shops have installed CCTV cameras. These shops were both of retail and the wholesale shops, which were selling the products and other medicines. So other initiatives done by the police department and NCB, that mass destruction of illicit substances are also done during the month of June and July, wherein heroin, charas, poppy husk, and ganja, buprenorphine ke injections and tramadol capsules were also destructed. And joint efforts wherein the marathon, walkathon, pledge taking rallies were also taken care of, and the seizures and raids are of a regular part of mass destruction and pledge, wherein they have also done so many drives like plantation drive and other drives are also being run by the NCB and the police department. Under the treatment section, health camps were very much taken care of just to identify the individual who are under the influence of the drugs. जब भी कभी कोई इंडिविजुअल उन्हें आइडेंटिफाई हो जाता है, डॉक्टर्स रिकमेंड टू द OPDs and IPDs. With that, they have been referred to the de-addiction centers if the need is there. Then all government hospital institutions and dispensaries are being run. They are running OPDs and IPDs for their treatment. And we in Chandigarh, we are having 6 de-addiction centers. 3 are being run in the government hospitals. 1 is government aided and 2 are private, wherein services like skill life training, counseling, group discussions, clinical assessment, family counseling, and other follow-ups are being taken care of. Health camps, these are the few glimpses wherein 16 health camps are being conducted, covering the beneficiaries of approximately 3,000. Other initiatives I would like to add on it have been earmarked by the ministry also, wherein the administration launched the Nirvan bus, which is the Narcotics Incidence Reduction Vahan, on 10th of June of 2022. And it was launched and flagged off by Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator UT Chandigarh. The basic motive behind this Nirvan bus was to aware the public, because जो drugs है एक ऐसा problem है जिसमें social stigma बहुत ज़्यादा linked होता है. People do not come out due to that. So due to this, we were successfully reached out approximately 5,000 citizens, and we covered 25 locations within the 16 days of duration. Another initiative was formulation of WADA Club. This was very much recognized by the ministry that victory against drug abuse clubs have been formulated in all educational institutions, especially colleges. In Chandigarh, we are having 16 colleges, and each drug WADA Club has approximately 100 students. So it becomes a 1,600 are in hand reach of the student, where they are conducting various programs and activities on a regular basis. We are also reaching out the public engagement, wherein regular advertisement are being held. IC distribution is also being done. We have peripheral of a dedicated de-addiction helpline numbers, and these were again launched by Honorable Governor of Punjab and Administrator UT Chandigarh, and this have been distributed and put up across the government departments of Chandigarh administration. We also took initiative to engage distinguished personalities from the sports, and formulation of social media pages is also being taken care of. And we are having pages of Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I admit here, due to some administrative approvals, these pages are at halt, but for the being only, once they're going to get resolved, and we will again resume these pages. Awareness of drugs is always being given. Now here I have marked the done approach, which I feel that it is solely for the individual who are actually dependent. So I would like to throw some light on this approach, that once, just imagine there is an individual who is under the influence of substances. Initially, he will deny. वो मना करेगा that I do not take. So the denial, anger and aggression comes. फिर उसके बाद they will start negotiating with the family member for money, that I will start doing work, I'll start studying, I'll start do my job if you will start giving me the money. So they start with the negotiation. Then the demand raises, demand of the substances, demand of drugs and demand of money starts raising. And when at last only the acceptance comes that yes, we need help, that the person actually under the influence, reach out the individual with this approach. We are depicting this approach with the help of many nukkad nataks, skits, so that they could get to know that how it is actually diminishing the youth and a generation, then it be girl or a boy or of any age. They are also
Sorry for interruption, ma'am.
we have also conducted.
Ma'am,
Ji,
can
sir.
you please conclude? Can you please
Ji,
conclude your presentation?
Ji.
Okay.
The challenges which we face is that many times due to the social stigma, individual and the family do not come up at front. So we have to reach out to them that this problem is of psychological and of a health issue than more of a social issue. So future roadmap, we are planning for the extensive awareness so that we could give maximum coverage, and extensive raids and seizures whenever required. And whenever we get information regarding that, we just inform to the police department and NCB for the same. Women and youth are to be focused. They will be focused just because whether the women or the youth, they are intaking the drugs or under the influence of the drugs or not, more or less they are being suppressed and they become victim of that. And the treatment in all the addiction centers will be taken care of, and it will improve. We will improve on that also. So scalability and replicability may, the awareness campaign will be stringent, sports activity will be included, health camps will be more conducted more in number, and the conversion plan, as I always say, that one department cannot do anything, so all the activities will be expanded with the line department only with the convergent efforts. So with this, thank you so much for the patience and listening. Thank you.
मैम बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, आपका प्रेजेंटेशन अच्छा रहा। आप
Thank
ये बता पाएंगे कि ये जो डी एडिक्शन सेंटर्स हैं ये कितने इफेक्टिव है, कितने लोगों को रिहेबिलिटेशन किया जा चुका है, और क्या उसके बाद में जिनको रिहेबिलिटेट किया कि वो परमानेंटली क्योर हो गए या फिर दोबारा उसी रास्ते पर आ गए?
सर, इन चंडीगढ़ हमारे पास अप्रोक्सीमेटली 50 बेड्स हैं इन ऑल 6 डी एडिक्शन सेंटर्स। तो ये जो बहुत ही एक्सट्रीम में चले जाते हैं उनको डी एडिक्शन सेंटर में फॉर 6 मंथ्स 8 मंथ्स के लिए उन्हें वहां पे रखा जाता है। देन इट इज नॉट ऑलवेज कि वो डी एडिक्शन सेंटर में चले गए और वो ठीक हो गए। इट इज मोर ऑफ द विल पावर and the support of the family, जिसके लिए जब वो बाहर जाते हैं regular follow-ups are being taken care of, और उसमें से counseling of the individual as well as the family is the taken care of, which is on the priority basis. And yes, I admit 98% of individual get relapsed. वो relapse हो जाते हैं, reason being उनको trust issues हो जाते हैं family की तरफ से, और support system बहुत ही कम हो जाता है, जिसके लिए ये awareness campaign आता है that accept गलती हो गई, it is okay, once the individual is out of it, so we should all together help him to come out of it. And we do have success stories also in Chandigarh, sir.
एक्चुअली मैडम जो है ना, कुछ दिन पहले जे के गवर्नमेंट ने एक प्रेजेंटेशन दिया था, वहाँ पे एक IAS ऑफिसर थी मैडम, उनका ये था कि इस तरह के बच्चों को पर्टिकुलरली जो यंगर एज के हैं उनको फिर उन्होंने स्पोर्ट्स एक्टिविटीज में शामिल किया, स्टेडियम वगैरह में उनकी एक्टिविटी बढ़वाई, प्रेजेंस बढ़वाई, ताकि जो उनका नशे का टाइम है उस टाइम पे वो स्टेडियम में जाएं। तो वो भी एक अच्छी स्ट्रेटेजी है, आप उसको कंसिडर कर सकते हैं। अदरवाइज एवरीथिंग इज नाइस। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
जी, थैंक यू सर।
मैम, आपने स्कॉच अवार्ड के लिए अप्लाई किया है, तो व्हाट इज इनोवेटिव इन योर सिस्टम? एक्टिविटीज इतनी सारी आपने कर रहे हैं, इट्स गुड, तो इनोवेशन कहाँ है?
Sir, innovation is that three-pronged approach we are focusing. सिर्फ एक डिपार्टमेंट इसके लिए सेंसिटिवली काम नहीं कर रहा है. That NCB, पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट, सोशल वेलफेयर डिपार्टमेंट एंड हेल्थ डिपार्टमेंट, हम जो है कलेक्टिवली काम करते हैं. We actually into a convergent model जिसमें हम सभी तरीके से सभी तरह से काम करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर हम अवेयरनेस के लिए जाते हैं और हमें कोई क्वेरी आती है, we refer it to the health department. साइड बाय साइड वी ऑल्सो वर्क ऑन द कि वो जो सप्लाई हो रहा है किस तरफ से हो रहा है, एंड वी इन्फॉर्म इट टू द एनसीबी एंड पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट.
दैट यू हैव ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन्ड. मुझे अच्छा थोड़ा सा ये बता दीजिए कि आपकी एक्टिविटीज से, ओवरऑल एक्टिविटीज से अगर सिस्टम इम्प्रूव हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है, हाउ वुड यू नो दिस?
सर, आई वुड से दैट पहले जब हम स्कूल और कॉलेजेस में अवेयरनेस कैंपेन और सेंसिटाइजेशन प्रोग्राम के लिए जाते थे, तो पहले कभी किसी को ये बहुत सारे ड्रग्स हैं जिनकी अवेलेबिलिटी का पता ही नहीं था. अब उन्हें पता है, सो दे हैव स्टार्टेड सेइंग नो टू इट. सो वी आर मोर फोकसिंग दैट आपको किसी भी टाइम पे अगर कोई कुछ कहता है, यू हैव टू से नो टू ड्रग्स. तो मेनी टाइम्स वी हैव गॉट टू नो कि अगर हमें बच्चों की तरफ से आ जाता है कि हमारे आसपास में कुछ ऐसे लोग हैं जो ड्रग्स दे रहे हैं, तो वी गेट इन्फॉर्मेशन अबाउट दैट, और जो उसके ऊपर स्ट्रिंजेंट काम करती है पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट. तो यस, आई वुड से दैट इट इज मोर ऑफ अ थॉट प्रोसेस. लोगों का थॉट चेंज करने में थोड़ा वक्त लगता है, बट आई प्राउडली से दैट चंडीगढ़ इज सेंसिटिवली एंड प्रोएक्टिवली वर्किंग ऑन द थॉट प्रोसेस टू हैमर इट आउट. जितनी बार हैमर करेंगे ताकि एक डेंट पड़ जाए उस चीज में. फोकसिंग, वन, टू से नो टू ड्रग्स. टू, वी आर फोकसिंग एंड अवेयरिंग पीपल टू accept that individual से अगर गलती हो गई, we have to accept it.
Good, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.